for as long as you've been watching these videos and I've been selling this tea, and you still ain't lost no weight, and you still don't look no better, and you still hell-bent on thinking it's a scam, you stupid. Maybe Monique need to come bop your ass in the head. What are you waiting for? Drop down in the description box and change your life. Get these new products. Ain't nobody going into the new year unhealthy and looking bad. Child, bye. Baby, I ain't never gave y'all no video from the bed. But I'm sad. And it was either this or y'all have to wait till later on this afternoon when I get back to Miami, get off the plane, go pick up the dogs, unpack my bag, take a nap, cook dinner, and do all that stuff, which means y'all ass probably wouldn't have got no video until Thursday. So it's this or nothing. Y'all want to talk about Potomac? Here you go. Go. Nessa girl, look, I know before we even get into Potomac, let me go ahead and address Cynthia Bailey's wedding, because everybody want to know about Cynthia's wedding, and everybody's been asking me to do a video about Cynthia's wedding, and here is where I'm at with it. And I know y'all are probably not going to like this response, but I've decided that it would probably be a little tacky and a little classless for me to jump on YouTube and profit off of giving a play-by-play of Cynthia's special day. In that moment, and when she invited me as her friend, she did not invite me as a news reporter or a media outlet, but it was there to share in she and Mike's special day, and I want to honor that. Additionally, being in this business, being in this role, it is oftentimes very hard for me to juggle friendships with people in the business or make friends with people in the business, because they are very skeptical about what am I going to do when we go out to dinner. Am I going to run to YouTube and make a video about what we talk about? And I find myself in relationships having to really go out of my way to provide some level of trust and security for some of these people before they would really let their guards down and call me a friend. And so, secondly, I don't want to create a circumstance where other people out there think that they can't be friends with me or let me share in their special day, because the first thing I'm going to do is run to YouTube. So in short, I don't feel like Cynthia Bailey's wedding is my story to tell. I'm going to let her tell it first. I'm going to let the TV show tell it first, and then I'll come behind it and fill in some blanks. Preliminarily, though, I will say this. Nene Leakes was not there, and everybody was dressed to the nines. I did not run into Marlo. Matter of fact, I didn't even see Marlo. She was there, but the only reason I knew she was there because I saw it from Instagram. I did not cross paths with her. Me and Gizelle walked past each other, didn't speak. I really had no interest in speaking. And yeah, the rest unfolded on Instagram. But nevertheless, this was a pretty flat ass episode of Potomac. When it was going off, when it was saying next time on the Real Housewives of Potomac, I honestly thought we were only 30 minutes in. I couldn't believe it was going off because it was just that dry. And not to say that Karen going back home was not of any value, just overall the episode really felt like a filler episode. So it opens up with Karen inviting Gizelle and Ashley to her homecoming back in Surrey County. And Gizelle made it be known that the reason why she invited her and Ashley was because those were the two who could see through Karen's stuff. Those are the two that have definitely given Karen the most run for her money when it comes to her Grande Dameness and the way Karen's ass can evade questions that she don't want to answer. So I can definitely follow Gizelle's logic in that regard. Um, Ashley, I'm going to tell you one thing I do like about Ashley, and I think it's a millennial thing. Ashley knows how to smile in the face of adversity and crack a joke about her situation first before y'all have an opportunity to. Because Mama said that she was getting better with leaving the baby, but the last time she left home, that Michael stepped out on her. But this time, she ain't worrying about it because she put a tracker in his booty and it slipped right on in. Like, who does that after their husband gets caught in a, supposed alleged gay boyfriend scandal? Nobody but Ashley. And that had me so very tickled. Now, look, I'm going to tread lightly right here talking about Candiace and Robyn. And for the record, I saw a lot of y'all was like, apparently y'all saying Monique paying off bloggers and she must have paid me this, that, and the third. And I'm going to be perfectly transparent, and not that it's any of you guys' business. I actually have the most communication with Candiace and Chris from this show. Like, we actually, text and talk, semi-regularly. I actually like them in real life. Chris and I have actually gone out to dinner when he came to Miami. So that being said, it definitely was not easy for me. It was actually very challenging for me to be as honest as I felt about the fight situation. And notice that I used the word felt, because I'm not saying what I'm feeling is right. I'm not saying Candiace's perspective is right. It is what I felt. And my feelings are a culmination of my life experiences, my upbringings, my point of view, and the way I view things. So that being said, the scene with Robyn and Candiace, when Robyn met with Candiace and said that Monique had no remorse, and then Candiace started crying, there was what was it called when you used to take DOS and your coding wouldn't go through? There was an error in the way my brain was computing things. Because based on where I'm from, how I've been raised, and the way I view the world in confrontation, I'm not quite understanding why Candiace is so moved to tears over a fight. And maybe the difference is as simple as I was raised in the city. She was raised with a silver spoon in her mouth in private school and stuff, and she's just not used to it. Maybe that's where it starts and stops. But I think the thing that is throwing me, and I'm still stuck on, they're having an exchange, and it's like, what you gonna do? Drag me? So my question is, logically and logistically, what was supposed to happen next in that moment from Candiace's viewpoint? Because although it was wrong, I go on the record, it was wrong. You asked for it. You called for it. You said, what you gonna do? Drag me. And now I'm going back to just growing up in an urban environment. If Monique had not gotten physical with her, and with Candiace's mouth, the next statement would have been, oh, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? She would have ended up chumping Monique off. And Monique's like, I'm not no chump. As we find out at the end of the episode, things have been boiling up. I'm just lost. Like, I'm lost, y'all. And this is not me trying to be biased. And let me put all these things on the line. Yes, I understand adult. Okay, we back in motion. And so I was saying, yes, I understand she was wrong, but I'm just not understanding from Candiace's vantage point, what her expectation of Monique was in that moment. I mean, was the expectation for her to sit there and continue to argue with you for another 30 minutes? Was her expectation for Monique to do an about face and run out the room? What was Candiace's own expectation for herself? Why didn't she stop the argument? It's just, I don't know. I got so many questions about it, and I've toiled over it so long that I'm just gonna let it go because I don't have a dog or a wig in this fight. Catch. And I'm not gonna spend no more time on it. So while Robyn ass is coming back carrying bones, she needed to be carrying her ass down to TJ Maxx and see if they was hiring part-time so she could fold up some towels over the holidays and get some extra money to pay her damn taxes. Robyn, I'm going to tell you what you do. Listen to me, daughter. Since you like to follow up behind Gizelle so much, and since Jamal Bryant has proven he don't have no problem cheating, how about you have Gizelle tell Jamal to cheat the damn church and give you some of that damn offering money so you could pay your damn taxes? Robyn, it would seem to me after you got out of the trouble that you were in financially that your ass would have 5 accountants. One to check after the one, to check after the two, to check after the three, to check all of them. And then Bravo so messy because you sat up there and was drilling Karen about her taxes, talking about, and Karen, I just don't understand how if you owed this much, you didn't know. Well, Robyn, I mean, let me sit up for this, honey. Cover up my breasts. Let's not pretend like $90,000 is $500, bitch. How the hell you lost track of the fact that you owed them people $90,000 damn dollars? Quiet as it's kept, honey. It sounded like you was getting your Bravo checks and just cashing the whole damn thing and not putting away 20%, not withholding 20% until you reconciled your taxes at the end of the damn month, at the end of the year, to figure out what you owe. Everybody who work in this business, like I do, like we do, who are 1099s, every single time I get paid, the first 20% goes into a tax account. At the very end of the year, I have this lump sum of money that is there for me to pay my taxes, right? The name of the game at that point becomes, what kind of Donald Trump Jedi mind tricks can I play to try my damnedest to keep as much of that damn money that's in that account and sweep it to my damn savings account? Okay, that's the name of the damn game. Robyn, you must have been carrying your ass down to Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Home Goods so you could do all this. That's what she was. I guess when Gizelle said, Robyn, you did all this, I guess it really was a lot of damn stuff. $90,000 worth of stuff. Gizelle was wild. I'm just telling you, that's what I speculate would don't happen. Teach our Home Goods got y'all tax money, Uncle Sam. They go to Karen's house and meet with her family. That was really cute. Karen's aunts were so, nice. Karen looks much like her older aunt. I was thinking that aunt would have been blood relation because they look alike. But then again, considering the fact that they're from a small damn town, she probably is a blood relation. Never mind. But she was married to her daddy's brother. But that lady honestly looked like she could have been Karen's mother or one of Karen's maternal aunts because they really do favor. I'm not surprised. Surrey looked like Little House on the Prairie. There probably was some inbreeding going on around there. Let me find out. Trying to keep that skin light and bright. They did that inbred within the family and stuff to keep the assets and keep the skin light and bright. Ashley gets in her heels and rides on the corn machine, and that was really cute or whatever. So then Monique calls the girls. And this new notion that I've been exploring this year is just the notion of not liking somebody, right? If you don't like somebody, you don't have to find an excuse. You don't have to provide an excuse. You don't have to provide any examples. I think it's easier for all parties involved to just say, I don't like you. The moment the phone rang, Gizelle's face got all tooted and contorted, and she met the phone call with an attitude and with a commitment to disagreeing. Same as when she came to the sip and see, where Monique was trying to explain herself. Even Karen said it. Gizelle showed up with her mind made up. So here's the thing, right? Because it would be so easy for me to go in on Gizelle at this moment, but that's become so lazy and brainless on my part. I'm going to challenge myself to do something a bit more constructive. Gizelle, I offer you this. I would try to find a way to free myself of whatever emotional bondage that your disdain for Monique has you in, so your day is not turned upside down every time you come in contact with her or hear about her or the phone rings, because it seems for somebody that you don't like, that you have voluntarily offered up too much of your power to them. And I have this thing, right? And it's funny because I'm going to start giving y'all a lot of these mechanisms, since y'all have been asking, and I think it's valuable for me to share mechanisms for happiness. And there was a person, and y'all know her. There was a time I wanted to physically harm this person so bad. I used to lay in my bed and daydream about what I would do if I ran into said person. And then I found myself, like when I'd be brushing my teeth, just having a mock argument with the person and being like, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I have no prior offenses. I'm going to go to jail. I'll be out the next day. I'll be out in a couple days. And I'm going to take whatever fine. Then I thought about it. And I'd have been like, okay, after her black eye heals or her busted lip heals, I'm now in jail. I'm stuck paying fines. And I now got a record. I'm not giving you that. It dawned on me. I'm like, I don't like you, so I'm not giving you that. And then I had to change my way of thinking, and it simply went, I'm not going to jail for no bitch I don't like. That being said, I'm more prone to go to jail for somebody I love, okay, and somebody I actually care about. But I'm not about to give no bitch who I dislike the satisfaction of ever being able to say they got me upset or got me sitting and they press charges on me and I'm sitting in jail some damn way. I'm not giving you that. And when I changed my mind and I looked at what all was on the line for me carrying those emotions, they dissipated. They dissipated because I realized that I'm more important and what I'm trying to accomplish is more important, and the temporary satisfaction of stomping a mud hole in your ass is not worth the long-term ramifications of it, so I let it go. Not to say a mud hole won't get stomped in her ass if she try me again in public or something and I see her, but at the moment, you know, all is well in the damn hood. Wendy meets with her sister. I didn't even know Wendy had a sister. Glad to know that Wendy has a very supportive sister, and her sister is a surgeon. Shouts out to Wendy's sister. Now, I know a lot of my Nigerian and my African people, I don't want y'all to get offended when I say this, and I definitely understand that the difference that y'all have, the difference is cultural. I just want to say, in that regard, based on who I am today, I'm actually very glad that I'm not Nigerian. And while I recognize that it's a cultural difference, I can't get down with this unwavering loyalty or bondage to your parents' expectations, dreams, and visions over your life. I always tell people, and I stand by this, I think the worst thing a parent can ever do is have vision for a child. Any vision outside of that child being healthy and happy. Don't dream up in your head me being a doctor. Dream up in your head me working the career that will make me most satisfied and most happy in life. That's what you should want. I don't want to be a doctor. You want me to be a doctor for whatever selfish reasons you have. And you heard what Wendy said. By her mom producing 2 doctors, she has high standing in the Nigerian community. Again, I'm not part of the culture, so I'm not going to go in too hard, because it's fair to say I don't understand the ins and outs of it. But I will say this. I'm willing to bet that standing ain't worth shit but a hill of beans. Standing is, as I gather, superficial. It's the same as you having on a whole bunch of Gucci. It gives you a certain level of standing amongst everyone else. It is superficial. So here it is. Your daughter is now miserable in order for you to walk into the party and feel good and feel important while she's over there miserable. You know, Wendy, I call it manipulation, psychological manipulation. That Wendy got 3 damn kids, a husband, her own money, good credit, and a damn TV show, and she right here scared of her mother. I'm going to talk down on it because I'm going to be culturally sensitive, but I don't understand it. And to be honest with you, I'm really not trying to. Ooh, that just triggered me. Because I don't have that relationship with my parents. It was very different. Like, to hell with what the hell they expected from my damn life. I'm going to do me. Robyn comes and meet Juan with this wig on and this dress. Is it me? Or did Robyn look like a butch lesbian who got some PPP money? And she said, I'm going to give this fish thing one more try. She done went and bought a damn wig in a black dress. Slip on your black dress. Put on. And then, Robyn, you didn't even get a good wig with your PPP money. It was matting up and tangling, and it looked greasy like one of them Jersey Shore girls. Is that snooky wig you had on, Robyn? Nevertheless, she sat down. Juan was like, what in the corny hell is this? She's from Latvia. Her name was Tatiana. And Robyn, you just really looked uncomfortable with that level of femininity. You know, long hair is real pussy. It's real fish like, real fishy like, bitch, fishy. And you know, Robyn, you more of a soft butch. You know, old short haircut. Robyn didn't even know what to do with all that damn long hair. It was aggravating me, so I know it was aggravating her. And dark hair definitely is not your color. Like, you really do look good with the blonde. You like blonde, red girl. You like blonde, but it was cute. I understood the method to her madness. Her and Juan needed to go on some date nights. Juan was trying. She probably was trying to go gauge to see if Juan was finna put her ass out of that house that she did all this in with them $90,000 damn dollars. I know Juan got home and started going through all them damn linen closets looking for towels that still had the tag on them so he could carry them shits back to TJ Maxx. So y'all ass could qualify for a new home since you done did all this and forgot to do all that and pay your damn taxes. But it was fun nevertheless. Karen gets in this Bentley for this 30-person parade. Surrey must be really, 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 really small. I imagine it's kind of small like my father's town that he grew up in Mississippi called Grenada, Mississippi. Because it literally was 30 people at that parade in 3 cars and a bus in the parade. I mean, To be quite honest, y'all have been better just being stationary and having a damn a block party or a rummage sale down to the church. I just feel like that would have been more effective and a better use of people's time. In Surrey, Virginia, so did y'all have to drive them Bentleys there from DC? Cause I know damn well it ain't nowhere in Surrey selling no damn Bentleys, news, used, uh or abused. But it was nice to see Karen go back home to her people. So then we move on to Candiace and her mother at the dog thing. Now listen to me carefully, because some of y'all are going to think that I'm double speaking and being a hypocrite right now. And that is not what I'm doing or trying to do. I'm stepping outside of one person and stepping into another. I agree with Karen when she said, if Candiace feels like she has been violated and wronged as bad as she does, then she should press charges. I agree. I mean, that's what the law is there for. And technically, whether it was provoked, solicited, or whatever, Monique did assault her, thus breaking the law. Thus, Candiace is well within her right, even though she egged on said ass whooping. Monique obliged. Therefore, all is fair. You know what I'm saying? So, if Candiace really is as hurt as she is, and she wants to get back and feel vindicated, go ahead and call the damn police, girl. That's what they damn there for, and it sounds like that's more so how you was raised anyway. And that's what Dorothy said. She said we don't get down in the mud. But here's something else that I do want to call out, right? Because y'all do a very good job of being historians in the comments. You can't have it both ways, right? You can't be a poor, defenseless white woman who's traumatized because you got in a fight, and then in the same body and in the same spirit and in the same girl be wielding a knife at somebody, telling them to get the fuck out your house, and alluding to the fact that you'll slice and dice and make pico de gallo out of their ass like Mariah was finna do Dr. Heavenly. I think that for me, that's the other part of why I am so conflicted on how to feel when it comes to Candiace with this situation. Because I'm having a hard time putting my finger on exactly who are you. Are you a poor, defenseless, rich white woman, or are you bout it? Or are you conditionally bout it? Or are you conditionally defenseless? Like, I'm just baffled. And then seeing the flash forward when you're waving your hand saying, I wish a motherfucker would. Now, the last time you wished, they did. So I'm going to ask in advance. I'm going to rub my crystal ball, and I'm going to ask the universe, what did she wish a motherfucker would have did? Because I know it wasn't hit her. For her to be traumatized at the reunion and we have to hear all about it again. That's not what I'm here for. I'm conflicted because one behavior doesn't beget the other. I ain't gonna spend much time on that. What I did find pretty interesting, and let me go back. Cameron breaks down at the church. Being somebody who lost both of their parents, I most times get through and deal with me being an orphan by ways of avoidance. Or if I find myself going down a solemn path as it relates to their deaths, I quickly snap out of it. I distract myself. I get the impression Karen has done the same. And when you experience that level of loss, that level of confusion, that level of hurt, you don't want to sit and stew in it. All you want to do is feel good again, even if you have to distract yourself to try to get back to normal. So I definitely relate to Karen in that regard, and then to be in an environment that was curated by her mom and dad as her parents and as a married couple, I could definitely understand how that would trigger Karen and upset her to the point of breaking down and shedding tears. But speaking of shedding tears, I feel a little like I gotta eat my words right now, because I just had a conversation with a friend the other day when I was saying that therapy is the best kept secret that white people kept away from black people. And I am not a fan of people going and talking to their pastor about every old thing, because your pastor may not be qualified to help you with everything, regardless of him being the pastor or not. And then me and my friend explored that historically, black people, we did not have access to health care with so much stigma around mental health. The only person for us to talk to was the pastor, and that tradition has still carried forward in our communities. I definitely stand by my word, right? There are just some things that your pastor is just not going to be qualified to help you with. And there are just some things in life, and I don't give a damn what y'all say for all you Bible thumpers out there. There's just certain things going on in your life and in your head that a scripture ain't going to help. That your ass need to go speak to a qualified, trained, thorough medical or mental professional with. Now, I'm going to leave it to you to ascertain what's good enough for you to go talk to your pastor about, and what do you need to go to a psychiatrist, psychologist about. But I said all that to say this. I was very pleased and taken aback and surprised by how insightful Monique's pastor was. I commend him a lot. And how he was able to help Monique realize that much of her response had absolutely nothing to do with Candiace. And it was in that moment when the light bulb went off and she became remorseful and was like, I need to talk to that girl. I need to apologize. And going back to last week's video and last week's episode, with Wendy and all of them were drilling her and bothering her, that Monique that was at the table crying with the pastor, that's the person you want to come back and give Candiace an apology. Not the person who still didn't feel bad about what was going on and was just going to be giving some obligatory apology to shut everybody up. That person would have not been the person needed to foster understanding and healing. Like I said, this Monique and Candiace situation, it has to play out 3 times before they'll be able to get past it. It played out when it happened in real time. It's now playing out 6-7 months later as it's airing on television. It's got to play out one more time at the reunion. Post the reunion, it is my prediction that Monique and Candiace will once again be able to be cordial, and I think that cordiality will create a bridge for them to restructure their friendship. And like I said, the beautiful thing about when you get into a fight of that magnitude with a friend is that y'all both now know, Candiace more so than Monique, but y'all both now know where each other's boundaries lie, and you know not to cross them again. Yeah, that was the Real Housewives of Potomac, y'all. That's all I got. I ain't got no more. I was supposed to be in Miami because I was supposed to leave yesterday, but once again, excuse me, I woke up, didn't feel like going to the airport, so I stayed asleep and ended up having to pay $200 to change my flight. But whatever, baby. I value my peace and my sleep. And that's what I did. And I wanted to give y'all this video because my sleep pattern is off and I've been up all night, which means when I get to Miami, I'm probably going to go to sleep and y'all probably wouldn't have got this. So forgive me for lack of energy and laying in the bed talking to y'all. But hey, this is me and my realest, rawest, truest self. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. If you new, be sure to like and subscribe. And next time I talk to y'all, I will be back on Miami Beach. Talk to you later, girls. Bye.